go.
Turn up, 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 turn up,
Let go.
turn up, 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 turn up. Boom. We are in the building. Local Louisville fighting. 48 inches. Live. First time together. 48 inches. LLF. We going live. So for the first show, which will end up being the first live show, which will end up being the last show of this season, of course, I had to bring in one of our favorites. My man, Timothy Mayhem Moten in the building.
Sir.
Right. So good friend of mine, always comes through LLF, always killing it. So we got a lot of things going on for our live performance or our live performance. This is just our first live show. So hope you're tuning in. Let's just start with my guy Mayhem and what you have going on, and we're going to talk about some things later on, but we want to celebrate you right now and what you are doing. So let's take it from the top. Number one, you fighting, let's take December 3rd. You're fighting December 3rd.
December 9th.
December 9th? December. You see what I'm saying? This is
that?
why he's here.
What up?
Right. This is why he's here. I
We
said
here.
December 3rd. It's December 9th.
Yeah,
so
December
you're
9th.
fighting December 9th in
Yeah.
Indianapolis. And don't forget, you can tune in live. You can ask us questions. We got people watching. You can say what's up. You can ask Mayhem questions. You can ask me questions. You can say hello, hi mom, hi dad, anything you want to. So we're going to do this while we rapping at the same time. So fight December 9th. You back in the ring. We about to get it. Tell me how that came about, man.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. December 9th, I'm fighting on Magic Promotions.
Uh-huh.
It's a promotional company that's owned and operated and ran by my friend, my brother Anthony Sims Jr.
Uh-huh. And hold on, didn't Anthony Sims Jr. used to that's a popular name. Hold on, I never heard something about that. What is
the magician, man?
Yeah. What's up with
Former WBA, I want to say Intercontinental Champion.
So
previously fought on Matchroom, amateur standout. And a great fighter. Great fighter, great guy.
Yeah, I was like, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, so he started a promotional company after his last fight. And earlier this year, he reached out to me. And he said, hey, Mayhem, how's it going? I'm starting a promotion.
Right.
You want to get down on the show. And it was an opportunity. It's an opportunity, man. I'm glad he reached out to me because opportunities at this level are scarce. You got to fight for them. So
right, tell me about it.
Any type of good relationships you can develop and you can have with a promoter or a promotion, you definitely want to do so you can stay busy. But so December 9th, I'm fighting, and there's some guys on the card. It's a good card too. Everybody on the card can fight, and Anthony Sims is the main event. So,
okay, so he's gonna be fighting too.
Yeah, he's gonna be fighting.
You kidding me? Now
You're gonna see the magician at work.
Okay, so he back in the ring too. And
for sure.
And where is this gonna be held at?
At Arsenal Tech in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, so that's Nap. That's only an hour
It's
away,
up
man.
the street.
Yeah, that
It's
ain't
up
no
the
whole.
street.
That ain't no whole lot of.
It's
you know
up the
what I'm saying?
street.
That
I'm gonna
ain't
need
no
all the
whole lot.
maniacs to come out because it's up the street, man.
Right, that's like going up there for a Louisville Final Four basketball game. That ain't that.
It's easy, man.
Hey, Louisville, we had them 2 lanes blocked off. We had them 2 lanes blocked off and have it also. Louisville show up, ride up there to Indianapolis and check out a man Mayhem because he is back to getting started. So another thing too. So you had been off for a minute. You've been laying low for a minute, getting your workout on and doing things of that nature. We've been keeping an eye on you. And the idea was for you to, probably fight like 3 times. So the 3 times didn't work out, so now I think you're fighting twice. Is that correct?
Yeah, so no, actually for this year, I'll only have 1 fight this year.
1 fight this year.
That'll
and
be
then
December 9th.
And that'll be December 9th in Indianapolis. And then you're going to follow that up going into January, right?
Yeah, so after I fight on Magic Promotions in Indiana, I have another fight that I'll be main event. and that's gonna be January 20th, and that's gonna be put on by Dreams Realized Promotions, and it's gonna be here in Louisville. So I'm coming back home. Go up the street for a little bit
and come right on back and put that down. So I mean, are we that fight? First, I'll just take it from the fight. Let's take it from the top. December 9th, January. That's a quick turnaround, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that normal what heavyweights do?
You get busy. If you I like the fight and I like to stay busy, but it's different from the amateurs. You know, a lot of people see amateurs fight a lot, and it's easy to get on the show as an amateur and fight, you know, anybody who comes.
Right.
But when you're a professional, you talk money. People have to get paid.
Right.
You got to have funding. You got to have bread. Yeah, exactly. So it takes a lot more for a professional fight to go off. So, and sometimes, again, it's things out of the control of the fighter, and you know, we just got to keep rolling and keep training. That's why they always say stay in the gym. So, and one opportunity falls through, you'll be ready for that next one.
Right, and that's the idea. That is actually the right idea. So we're good there. And then I was checking to see anybody had anything to say on YouTube. I was looking at y'all. So quick turnaround, professional, doesn't really happen a lot. Are we your fight in January that is going to be back home in the city of Louisville in January? Make sure you're paying attention. Is it are we allowed to say where that's held? I mean, it's on BoxRec now. Are we allowed to speak where the venue on that?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be held at the Muhammad Ali Center.
Right, that's where it's supposed to be held at. So
at the Ali Center, man.
At the Ali Center, right.
Very first fight ever put on by the Ali Center. Dreams Realized Promotions is putting on the first show, and we're going to be headlining.
Right, and he going to be headlining it. He going to be headlining. Louisville's own going to be headlining the first fight at the Ali Center here in Louisville in January. So, quick question. Not that I have to play devil's advocate here, because I know this isn't going to happen. Does this fight in January have anything to do with whether you win or lose in Indianapolis in December?
No. We
first of all, he ain't losing.
First of all, I'm not losing. So let's get that
right. Get that straight.
We're not losing. So first of all, we're gonna go up the street to Magic Promotions with Anthony Sims, Sedan Scott, Brandon Johnson, Curtis Hill Jr.
Oh, and did you come up fighting with some of those guys? I heard you mention something about that.
All of them, yeah. So me and Sims, fun fact, man, me and Sims won the Indiana Golden Gloves. And I think I won the best boxer 1 year, and then he won the best boxer multiple years in the tournament.
I'm sure he did.
But after that year, the next year, he won the best boxer of the tournament. But also, I'm pretty sure Curtis Hill Jr., he's been a champion of Indiana Golden Gloves tournament. You know, they've gotten awards. Brandon Johnson is a pro. 15, 16 pro fights from Indiana. Tigger Seller, and Sedan Scott, a slick fighter from Cincinnati.
Okay, Cincinnati in the building.
So right. He worked with Anthony Sims coming up through the amateurs, and man, these guys can fight, and it's gonna be a great card. So we're gonna go up the street, we're gonna have some fun with my brothers, and then I'm gonna come back home. We're gonna headline at the Ali Center. For the first pro show put on there.
That's gonna be love. Both fights are gonna be love. So both fights are gonna be love. Going up there and getting a fight with the guys that you come up with, I'm sure that's gotta be a good feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
you know it's not we win, we all win type of deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all get to put on our shows and show our skills and show it for the public. So I'm sure that's gonna be cool. I can imagine the stuff y'all gonna be talking in the locker room.
You gonna be there?
Like, yeah, you heard it, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be riding up there to see that.
Gonna be there?
I'll be riding up there to see that. I'm like, he done talked me into it now. Like, he just had to twist my arm to get me to go. Because I was like, man, I'm gonna have to ride up here to nap. Yeah. I'm gonna have to see that.
But up the street, man.
Right, that ain't.
Y'all make sure y'all come out, show out, man. Sure.
That's gonna be fire. So coming back, so you knock my man's down, kill him. December 9th, then we back in Louisville, January at the Ali Center, which everybody's going to be at because I know how Team Mayhem rolls. We all going to be in that joint. We all gonna be in that joint
for sure.
Yeah, y'all need a ring announcer. Ali Center, y'all need a ring announcer. Okay,
that's the man.
I am the best. Just in case you didn't know,
he's playing, but he ain't playing.
No, not at all.
Put him on the list. Put him on the list.
Not at all. But the Ali Center is gonna be dope, and it's gonna be dope doing that. So that's gonna be a big thing. So make sure we just talking about December 9th, NAP. I'll catch a ride if you need me to catch a ride. And then back home at the Ali Center in January.
8 round.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be 8 rounds.
It's going to be an 8-rounder, and it's going to be for a regional title.
And it's going to be for a belt, too. That's the thing. So it's going to be for a belt back home. You get to fight in your hometown for a belt. Mm-hmm. Is this going to be your first belt?
Yeah, it's my first professional title,
Yeah, so you're going to be fighting for your first professional title at the crib in a place where they ain't never held a fight before ever.
That's named after the greatest boxer
of all time.
To put the gloves on.
All time.
And I'm a heavyweight.
Yeah, and he's a heavyweight too.
Man, listen, I told you from the start, everything that I wanted to do with this, I just wanted to, I want to engrave my name, and I want to be a part of boxing in a city with rich history of boxing.
Yes,
that's a dream of mine. So I'm stepping that way for myself with the blinders on, and we're just gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, and it's a good start too. Yeah. It's a real good start. Good start, first professional fight, first fight for a belt in the crib. Yeah, all the history, Ali Center, and it's somewhere. Is it on Ali's birthday, something like that?
Yeah, it's supposed to be January 20th, which I believe is
supposed to be January 20th.
January 20th on Ali's birthday. Yeah.
So and on Ali's birthday, I'm like, hold on, we gonna have to go down the checklist, bro. I'm like, you got all the things checked off right about now. You got them all checked off right about now. I'm like, what's going on here?
No checks, I mean stamps.
Stamps. All right, good. Better way to put it. Stamps. Mayhem about to put a stamp on the whole thing.
Everything.
So let's all right, so let's get to you. Let's talk about a different thing. So the fight that you're having when you come back home is it's an ABA 8-round for a belt fight, correct?
Yeah, ABA regional title.
ABA regional title.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me the difference between, because you're also ranked second in the ABO, so independent rankings. So before we get into that, the ABO rankings, independent rankings, number 1 is a Steve Vodska from Maryland, and then number 2 is...
I think it's Vukoso.
Is it Vukoso?
Yeah, Steve
Vukoso. Okay, so it's Vukoso from Maryland. He's
vet.
He's a vet?
Vet.
Have you seen him fight before?
He can fight.
He can fight?
He can fight.
Very good, because you know I'm getting ready to go with this, right?
He can fight, yeah.
You know I'm going with this, right?
He can fight. He can fight. Everybody on that list can fight, man. Everybody on the list can fight. When you get, there's a certain point where everybody can fight.
Feel you on that.
You know what I mean? Every guy's huge. Every guy's big. Everybody can punch, and everybody on that list is big and can punch.
I feel you on that. And he's ranked number 2. So the Vodka guy's ranked number 1, and then you're ranked number 2. We don't care about the rest of them right now. We only worried about our peoples. This is our peoples.
Right.
So you know where I'm going with this. Do you, in the ABO, do you ever fight number 1? So you want to move from 2 to 1, you take down number 1, right? So can we see something like maybe you fighting that number 1 dude from Maryland?
I'm not going to fight the number 1. I want the champion.
Okay, so you just bypass that.
So we want if I can bid in there to get the champion, I just want the champion.
Okay, and that's the right mindset to have.
Yeah,
Not mad at that. Kind of like
definitely. If we can make it happen, then we can make it happen. I want the champion. At this point, it's all about me stepping fast.
Right.
So I want to be as busy as I can be. So if that's an option and I can do that, then I want to do that. We got the ABA in January. Mm-hmm. I'm stepping that way to take that belt.
Yeah, you see, we got big steppers in the building, man. We got steppers in the building. Stop playing. Sure. Stop playing. We got steppers here in Louisville. Stop playing. Big steppers.
For sure.
Think we playing.
Big man teams.
Big man teams. Right. So, and then to think that, so you can go from 2 straight to the championships, kind of like for those that aren't aware, maybe like college football playoffs. So you can go straight from 2 to the champ and knock that down. And then I guess the fight after that would be you knock that down, the Steve guy would probably want you.
Yeah. And the ABO has other belts as well. So they've got like the Jaguar title, heavyweight title, and it's like regional and I'm pretty sure national or world. They got all those types of titles. So yeah, all of those can be collected as well as the ABA is going to get collected in January. So, like I said, I'm stepping fast, man. I'm on a sprint.
Right, I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Boxing's for heavyweights is in a good place right now, and I want to, I want to throw my pass, see how far we get.
That's exactly, and we gonna be here. We gonna be here to watch the whole thing. And we gonna be here cheering and rooting you on as well. So, if there's a ranking in ABO, is there a ranking in ABA?
I'm pretty sure there is, but I'm not sure. I was offered to fight for the belt. That they have a board, and I think they have maybe 5 to 10 guys on their board, and you put your name in the bid to want to fight for the belt, and they choose who they want to fight for their belt, because they have to want you to represent their belt.
Exactly. So kind of like getting nominated.
Yeah.
In a way.
So me and the team, we put our bid in to fight for that belt. We put our bid in to fight for a couple of other ones, and they were the first to reach out. So that's the first we're gonna go collect.
That's love. You see, that's the first we gonna go collect. We collecting out this joint. And matter of fact, speaking of Team Mayhem, how the team doing? You know what I'm saying? Good. When you always on show, how the team doing?
Team Mayhem's good. My family's good. They Team Mayhem too.
All right,
so
all right. Wifey, kids,
good.
all that straight.
Yeah, they good.
All right, because I know they be supporting the hell out of you.
Yeah,
I know they do.
Jabbing at me every single part of the day.
Has any of the young ones thought about it yet?
So my oldest, he's wrestling. Wrestling. Yeah, so he's wrestling and he plays football. And my youngest plays football too. So, but boxing is something that even with my pops, coming up, when I'm walking through the house, he's throwing shots at me as a young one. We fighting, or every time I see him in the hallway, I'm trying to hit him with 4 or 5 shots. Windmill punching. And he's teaching me, no, you don't want to windmill punch. You want to bring your hands here, rotate there. Yeah. And it's just something that I kept doing until I was 12 to when I got in the gym and I took it serious. It's the same with them.
Right.
They can move their feet. They know punches. They know punch counts. They know how to spar. They've sparred.
Right.
My oldest has sparred. My baby boy hasn't.
All
so, again, if it's something that they want to do, then
all right, that's the key.
But if not, then
all right, you're not hard pressed about it. Like you're not gonna force them to do it.
No,
you're not gonna force them to do it. So it's not like some people just like are born into that destiny. And I can see some people being like, you know what, this is my son. He gonna box. I don't really care what you're saying. Yada yada. This.
No, not me.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, if you want to do it, then he can do. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if he come to you, he's just gonna have to come to you.
He's gonna have to. Yeah.
All right. That's bad love. So Mayhem fighting December 9th. Coming back home, fighting in Louisville, January at the Ali Center, stepping, and moving. We love it. We love to hear it. And we love to see what you're doing. And we are going to support you 100. We going to support you 100. You know what I'm saying? We going to support you 100. So before we get out of here, we are going to attack another subject. Because I told you we was going to talk about this. This is last show of the season, and we are going to talk about the state of boxing in the city that we are in. Because we have fighters here. You, for example, we have fighters here, and you're doing the thing. Like, you're doing the damn thing. So it's really, saying some people here, some people there, and some people doing the thing. But I saw a fighter post. So understand that if your kids don't know anything about social media, the moment that you post something and it goes out to the public, it's free game. Even if you go back and delete it, it's free game. But we're not saying no names, but I've heard some grumblings in the city, and the boxers say that, you know what, he can't fight in the city because the coaches in the city coming up from amateur to pro have secret feelings about each other. So I was kind of taken back, and I was like, we are trying to do something here. We are trying to support boxing here. We are trying to make sure that everybody gets a chance, that it's inclusive and that it's going on and that people aren't ducking and running from each other. So for a boxer from here to say that, I was just kind of like, there's something that we need to work on here. And we don't need to work on it on the boxing level. There's something that we need to work on from the top level to make sure that we don't have boxers in this city feeling like this. Now, you're not having that problem. No. You are not having that problem. But there is some work that needs to be done at the top here so that we don't have boxers ever feeling like that or ever feeling like they have to say that. So if you heard a boxer that was trying to make it here say something like, I can't catch a fight because coaches in the city got secret feelings about each other. You know what I'm saying? Which is what we're trying to stop, what we're trying to change. We're trying to change the culture here because unification will raise everyone. Will raise everyone in this business as opposed to just you. So if you heard that, what would be your take on that?
So he's saying he can't catch a fight because
boxers, there's coaches that have secret feelings about each other in the city. That I'm like, what is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
don't know. So it could be many things.
It can be many things, and we're not trying to pinpoint it, but just the fact that he would even think that, or that he would even say something like that, lets me know that there's definitely some fixing that needs to be going on here.
I mean, he could always just go back to his team.
Right.
Go your coach who's working with you,
Mm-hmm.
Your family, whoever it may be, that's your team.
Right.
You go to them and you tell them, listen, us going north is not working, so we need to go south, east, or west.
Right.
So if I can't get a fight here, then maybe we can go to Cincinnati.
Right.
If I can't get a fight in Cincinnati, then we can go to Atlanta or we can go to Tennessee.
Right. So because there's fighting that can be done within the region.
You can reach out. I'm pretty sure there's other places you can go. You just got to move. You got to move your feet.
Right. You got to move your feet. But the idea is we want everybody to fight here. We want everybody to come here, and we want everybody to fight here, and we don't want anybody feeling any type of way here. So make these fights happen regardless of how you feel. Because I'm like, what I always say, if you've been watching since day one, nobody cares about you being 256-0 as an amateur. No. What good that do?
No.
That don't do no good being 256-0 as an amateur, a duck a fight. So now when you're a pro, it's a different story.
Yeah.
It's a different story when you're a pro.
It's a business.
Right, it's a business, and I can understand that.
Unfortunately, it's a business.
I can understand that.
A lot of fighters are aggravated with the fact that it is a business like it is. Because at one point in time, it wasn't. It was about who's the toughest SOB out there.
Right.
You could fight anybody, and just because it was an entertaining fight and you came to fight, they would want to see you back.
Yes, and I'm like, there's probably some matchups that we could probably see 3 or 4 times around the city that everybody's still going to pay money to see and still come and watch.
Yeah, but you just, with it being a business, you got to protect your business.
Yeah, and that's and it's that aspect of it that's weird because, and we're just talking from a fan point of view. You know what I'm saying? Talking from a fan point of view. Guy spoke to me one time. He said, man, well, you only been in the game 2 years. And I'm like, so it's like window shopping for me. Like, I'm at the window, and I can tell if the clothes ain't right. I can tell if the clothes ain't right. Like, we might need to fix the stitching here. I might need to fix the stitching there.
Yeah.
So
it's some old, deep, long stitching cuts you're trying to fix.
Right. And it's hard. And another thing is, like, the stigma on boxing is that you got to be a jerk. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be a jerk to be put on a boxer show, to be a promoter, or to be this or be that. But everybody thinks it's like you got to be tough and it's yada, yada this and yada, yada that. And I'm like, Evander Holyfield's probably the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some egos in boxing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, if last show of the season, what we gonna say is the egos that are involved, let's just take the egos out this game and let's just raise the whole city up as one with the boxing thing. That's all. So put it to the side, butter your bread, whatever it is. I know you're trying to protect yourself, or everybody's trying to protect their own entity. And I'm like, but we're trying to do something as a whole here.
It'll come.
Yeah, you damn right it's coming.
It'll come.
You damn right it's coming.
Everybody, as long as everybody stays busy, as long as everybody keeps fighting, it'll eventually happen.
Oh yeah,
and when it happens, it's gonna be
fire.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because back in the day, when I bring the OGs in here, I'm gonna bring some OGs in here next season so we can talk about it too. I ain't had a chance to bring it in here once. I've been caught up in a new spot, not a hoopla. So we gonna bring some OGs. Like back in the day, it was from the stories, like let's take, for example, my Fred Stoner. Let's take Fred Stoner. What I love about the Fred Stoner story is this guy is the basis of that time that was coming up, and he never got any recognition, but he never stopped what he was doing.
Right.
He didn't, you know what I'm saying? So we're giving him his recognition now, but he never stopped what he's doing. And he wasn't a me, like a 5-year-old in there screaming, mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't acting like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about the Fred Stoner story. And everything was popping back then. And that's when you take, from the stories I've heard, you take five or six guys from Louisville and they go somewhere else and beat the brakes off these fools.
Yeah.
Beat the brakes off these fools. So we're trying to figure out how we can return to that kind of greatness here in the city where people want to come here and fight. We ain't got to go nowhere. They're going to come here and turn Louisville back into the Becca of fighting. That's what we talking about. Boxing, MMA, whatever. If you can throw hands, we want you to come to Louisville and throw hands here. The best of the best here, throwing hands here. That's what we trying to make happen here. So join the movement. I've said my spiel. I said my spiel, and I hope y'all heard me playing. Not playing at all. So, is there anything like to say before we get out of here, Mr. Oh, hold on. Anything like to say? Let me go first. You're the guest. Let me go first. Want to give a shout out West Virginia, man. New Lines Cage Fighting. They use me, man, all the time for their ring announcer gigs. Love that. It's always a good time up there. They got a pay-per-view team that's just fire, and those guys are so cool. You know, is it interesting that I get more work out of town than I do in Louisville? Yes, it's interesting. Yeah, it really is. And if you ain't never heard your boy work a ring announcing joint, come watch him work, because I'm telling you right now, the little girl with the big booty ain't cutting it. She not cutting it. She not bringing the fire and the rain in the ring like your boy is. If you ain't watched CWMC ring announcer joint, you missing something. I'm telling you right now. And so shout out to West Virginia, Keith Nolan and them. So if there's other guys that are also interested in fighting, if they can't. Yeah, and if there's other guys that are around here that also want to catch fights, because Keith Nolan be doing he does pro boxing, he does kickboxing, he does MMA. And
Who
it's
is it?
Keith Nolan. And it's New Line Cage Fighting. So if you can't catch a fight around here, you can go to West Virginia, holler. Sometimes he comes to Lexington. Holla. You can check him out on Facebook because he's always looking for fighters to come in and put on a good show. So
and we got a big kickboxing scene here too.
Well, you know, we about to tap into that bad boy.
Yeah, we got a big kickboxing scene here too.
And we want to get into all that. And not only do I want boxers on the show, you know what I'm saying? Because we move into the next episode. We about to bring, hey, if you throw hands, you come in the local Louisville fighting. We won't see you. Yeah. And we won't talk to you. So if you box, if you kickbox, if you MMA,
I love it.
All that. If you're doing any of that, we won't come here. We won't talk to you, and we want to let everybody know about you. So that's a big thing. So I want to give a big shout out to West Virginia on that. Now, if you want to check your boy out, I'm going to be in Jackson, Tennessee on Saturday doing Hub City. So Hub City's having a fight. My man, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Lamont Ingram Jr. Familiar with him? Yeah.
Is it a boxing fight?
Yes. This is actually boxing. I think it's probably a pro-am. So this will be in Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay.
So you can catch your boy. I'll be in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm all over doing ring announcing, all over. I want to do more here, but I'm all over doing ring announcing. So I'm getting it out there. Hub City, Jackson, Tennessee, you can catch me there. Shout out to West Virginia. Shout out to Tennessee for letting me in the building. And those are my shout outs. So I get to go first. So now and he did so. Is there going to be media passes? Do you know anything about media passes?
I do not, but what I can is what I can do is I can talk to. You talking about for December 9th? Or,
yeah,
or
just
January
for boxing
20th?
events in general. So
yeah, I can always get you in contact with the people to talk to for the events.
All right, so you give me and I can talk. So if there was somebody, so media passes are for people like me.
Yeah, give you access to the backstage, locker rooms.
But a regular person isn't going to have a connection to a media pass. You're just going to buy a ticket, you're going to chill. So media passes are for people like me. Somebody asked that. So somebody asked that.
Okay.
Somebody asked that. Yeah, the man was like, what? Media pass? Bro, what is he talking about? No, somebody asked that. So media passes off for people like me. So, don't be trying to take my business. No, I'm just playing with you.
But they may be talking, it may be other media outlets that want to come and, what I mean?
Yeah, so they could be talking about that.
So if they asking for media passes, you can always check with the promotion. So for the December 9th card, if you are media and you're looking to get in on that fight in Indianapolis, you want to contact the Magic Promotions Instagram page.
Okay.
And then there's no Instagram or social media set up for Dreams Realized Promotions, but if you inbox me or, in your media, I can get you in contact with who you need to talk to possibly get that one.
All right, good shot. You see why I bring my man? My man boxes and he's good. I done seen you commentate a couple fights too, so stop playing. And my man's good. So we just before we leave, let's make sure that we know. We want to handle things at the top so the boxers don't have to feel a certain way. So we going to start shooting out at the top and being like, you guys up here, not you guys down here, but you guys up here, y'all need to get it together so that we can bring boxing back to its greatness. And we've talked about stroking out egos. I've got my shout-outs out here. I also want to shout out 48 Inches, of course, man. Always putting it down for believing in the brother and getting it popping, and we just getting started. So, any shout-outs for you before we get out of here, man?
Shout out Anthony Sims, Magic Promotions. Shout out to Dreams Realized Promotions, Lee Kuiper. Man, big shout out to Joseph Shirley, man.
Oh yeah,
man. Joe Shirley. I think this will be my 13th pro fight in January. If I fight in December, it'll be my 12th.
Right,
and then 13 will be in January. But Joe's matched me for in 90.
Yeah, he's
90, 98 maybe percent of the fights that I fight. So big shout out to Joe, man.
Yeah, he's a silent assassin. That's what we call Joe.
For sure. and again, big shout out to Magic Promotions and Dreams Realized Promotions. A good thing with Sims, man, is he's a fighter's promoter. I think that's gonna be something that's gonna help the city.
Right. So
as far as boxing,
like a player's coach.
Yeah. He's a fighter's promoster, man. Right. He is, man. He's about the fighters, man. He's gotten us. He's done more for us at this level. He's emulating what they do at the top level,
right?
For us down at this,
at the mid
level,
right?
The mid level. So he's gonna be real good, real successful show. And again, Lee Kuiper and Dreams Realized Promotion, man, them guys up there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a
show. That's going to be fire. Yeah. That's going to be fire.
That's when I'm going to get that strap.
That's going to be fire. Everybody, hey, when you come out of there, man, you come out brand new man with a championship. Yeah. Was that somebody Lil Wayne brand new? You're going to be brand new out of that joint. You're going to be straight brand new. Crowd gonna be a brand new day. It's gonna be a brand new day when you come out of there, and we can't wait to see it. And I know you all can't wait to see it, and we all gonna see it. So, anything else, man?
Listen, January 20th, December 9th, it's going down. Mayhem, I'm coming with a stronger focus.
Yes.
A more solid step forward.
Yes.
I got a great team.
Yes.
We coming to get this W December 9th.
Yes.
And we coming to get that title.
Yes.
January 20th.
Yes. Say it again. Speak that joint into existence, boy. Stop playing.
And the new
heavyweight ABA champion, regional champion.
Undefeated regional champion.
Undefeated regional champion, Timothy Mayhem. And on that note, that's the end of season 1. 48 Inches, LLF, my guy. Timothy Mayhem Moten, always in the building. Watch it go down. We got stuff coming for you. City got stuff coming for you. Support your neighborhood boxing. Support your local boxing. We out. Season 1, we done. Boom.